Yep.
Alright. Alright guys, this is game 1 of NN versus ibero83. I'm here with, this is Dror, here with Yarom. Yarom, with this game 1.
You know what part of you call this fight? It's a French mirror?
Yes, a French mirror on Kamchatka.
It's kind of the matchup from like the first iteration of the EP.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of French mirrors.
Yep.
I haven't seen it in quite a while actually.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they go with first. It looks like NN's chopping wood, as well as Ibero. It looks like they got the 100 wood start. Looks like NN's just going down for a market.
Yeah. That's the standard to just market on this great start.
Mm-hmm.
You buy a 100 wood with the coin, and then try to get hunting dogs in the house.
Yeah, and then coming across this 75 food here. What other big treasures do we have? Let's see, we got 85 wood over here.
That's
Some
probably the best.
Yep. Some small coin treasures. 40 XP. So, yep. And 50 wood here being taken by Ibero.
He did lose a lot of HP.
Yes, he did.
Like half of his explore HP.
Perhaps not kiting that quite as well as he could have. Looks like he's going.
If he used his crack shot at like a treasure at his down center, because I don't know why he didn't crack shot it otherwise.
I think he did actually. I think he did going for a smaller treasure, but he does pick up the 50 food and does have hunting dogs complete. So that is good for him. Gonna get those upgrades nice and early. Let's see if
This 85 wood's actually pretty big. Let's see if Barrow's gonna go for it.
yeah, both of them do have hunting dogs. I don't think he has the HP to take on one of those tigers, even if he does have his crack shot.
I think with good guiding, it's probably easily done. But
And then Scout though gonna come across this and see this 85 wood, probably see that Ibero is there as well.
yeah, it's like they're contesting it probably.
Yeah. And if it comes down to that, NN with the more HP and the Scout, definitely gonna have a favorable position in that fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Ibero looks like he just found about, was that 30 coin, 40 coin?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it wasn't much. It was just a very small coin treasure, but did pick up Freitag.
Yeah.
Interesting that NN just hasn't decided to touch this treasure yet. Do you think that's because he knows that Ibero is in the area?
I'm not actually sure why he's not trying to contest it at all.
Yep, and I mean, he sent his native scout away, so he's kind of at a disadvantage here.
Yeah.
Both are at similar HP.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't try to contest it.
Yep.
Because Barrow lost a lot of HP to that earlier treasure.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to pick up this 85 wood. Yeah, NN's not even going to contest that.
He probably could have.
Yeah. Especially if he had kept his scout around him. But, let's see. Yeah, so picking up that 85 wood going to be really good for him. Especially in that transition, getting those market upgrades, perhaps even getting a trading post.
Yeah, it's gonna help a lot towards getting the trading post. And wonder if they're both gonna go for the trading post. Like back in the day, long ago, people would do Naskas in this matchup, like the good old Samwise build.
Yep.
But nowadays, people tend to go for the trading post and then semi-attack.
And both of them clicking up to the second age.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good time for both of them. Just pretty standard. But I wonder if any of them is going to go for a trading post.
Yep.
Or maybe more if any of them is going to try to do the Samwise build. Or maybe even double Mouse Crush.
Yep. I mean, that's the beauty about French, right? Is they have a plethora of options when it comes to, do they want to stay second age? Do they want to go fortress? Or, what units they want to make?
for sure. They're like one of the most flexible sys.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, they're mostly about doing a Hussar semi-FF or some sort of semi-FF.
Mm-hmm.
But they can do like Expo Pike and stuff and catch people off guard.
Yep. And it looks like NN going for another 80 food treasure. So if he could get that as well, he's going to have a huge surplus of food going into the second age.
Yeah, it's been a decent H1 for both of them, I think.
Ooh,
They split the treasures basically.
look at this. 2 forward vills at this coin mine right in the middle of the map from the orange player. Does that signal to us that there could be some aggressive play coming out?
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't look like he's gotten a TP, so
Mm-hmm. And it looks like NN just did decide to go for this TP at the north of the map.
yeah. So he's probably not gonna go Musk us or something. He's gonna try to age.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Ibero's not gathering any wood, so it's not gonna be like super aggressive Expo Pike.
No, he let's see. Let's see what Texi has done. He did get placer mines, which signifies to me he's either going to go Musk or Huss. Yeah, he's got quite a few. He's got 2 vills on coin, gathering up the 400 wood as well as NN having a lot of villagers on coin.
Yeah, he's gonna go Hussars.
Yep. And it looks
At
like.
what minute are you now? Because I think my current game is running much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like at what time are you right now?
Let's see. 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Alright. I've been running ahead a bit for the entire game.
Mm.
But that's fine.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks like we're gonna see like the new meta game versus the old one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 barracks coming down here in the center of the map for Ibero.
Yeah, so he is gonna go for a musketeer rush.
Yeah, I'm going to turn on the Fog of War, see if NN has scouted this. No, he has not. So he does not know this is coming, but does have 1 Hussar in queue, and sent the 4 CDBs.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the economic standard for CDB.
Mm.
I think he should be able to tell that Ibero is not gonna semi-FF.
Yep.
He's gonna do something aggressive. I mean, why would you not get a trading post?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then also going for steel traps as well, so really good job getting his market upgrades as well as the trading post. But, you know, muskets are going to be coming out of this barrack soon, and Hussar are not ideal to deal with those.
No, they're definitely not. He's gonna get a good patch too. And I wonder, maybe NN really needs to get musketeers and maybe even ship 8 crossbows or something.
Yep, here come the 10 musketeers and the explorer. 5 Huss coming out at the same time. So we're going to see who can do more damage with their pressure.
Yeah, I think this might be a counter build to the Hussar semi-FF.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it doing really well.
Plus, it's giving him a lot of map control as well. And it looks like 1 CDB might go down. Nope, he's going to save it.
Yeah. It seems like NN is trying to cut off the reinforcement with his Hussar instead of fighting it head on.
Yep, 5 more musks are coming out, and it looks like the Hussars are going to try to take that fight. Not the best fight to take, especially with these musketeers in hand mode, but I think there's enough Hussar here that he'll be able to clean those up.
Yeah, he's actually going to trade pretty well, I think. He does lose some Hussars.
Yeah, but he's still got 10 musks sieging his base. Going to lose a house there.
Yeah, that's a problem. But he had a pretty good trade with those Hussars, like not what you would expect against musketeers.
Yep, did lose 2 of them though, so that's definitely gonna slow down his raiding potential. But did ship 700 coin. I think Ibero sent 700 wood.
I don't know. He's gonna try to age up. I'm not sure if he can.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with this pressure. The musks coming in once again, but he did do a good job of herding and keeping everything within his base. But still, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's.
We're gonna lose a veal here.
Barely doesn't have enough food, so it's really close actually, and he doesn't have enough coin to age.
Mm-hmm.
He really needs to click up.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got to keep gathering food, but with these musks sitting here, his vills are definitely in danger.
Yeah, it's really hard. And Ibero can probably just safely siege at least his stable.
Yep. Losing, he's gonna lose another CDB. And look at this. I think that was, yeah, 8 or 9 more musks coming in, and yeah, I don't know what the French player does to this. I mean,
I think like NN is not gonna have any infrastructure when he ages.
No.
So
and he's not gonna have any population.
Yeah, for sure. I think Ibero can age up behind this.
Yeah.
It might even be the best play. And he's just putting on so much pressure, doing so much damage.
Mm-hmm.
It probably was too greedy from an end to age right now. But he's gonna age up and get a shipment.
Yep.
So it seems like he's actually housed right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty hard to ship something that's gonna beat both the Hussar and the Musketeers. I wonder if he's gonna ship goons or...
Yeah, but I mean, Ibero just has so much stuff that it's gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah, for sure. And NN is still housed.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, maybe you should just delete the villager to get the shipment out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, he has no military unit population, and he's down 2 vills, and most of his vills are penned up in his town center. And all the while...
He's in a terrible spot.
Yeah, I mean, how does Ibero follow this up? Does he just keep pressuring Colonial, or does he try to go up to Fortress as well?
I'm not sure what's best, but maybe I would just continue to pressure. He's doing so much damage. There's no way NN will stabilize.
Yep.
But aging up is also good. It doesn't really matter what he does at this point.
Yep.
I mean, I guess if you stay colonial, you could somehow lose to a miracle skirm boom comeback. But
Yeah, but he's losing his military buildings. I mean, look at his base. It's just barren.
yeah, I think Ibero's got this game.
Yep. It's kind
It
of...
seems like he's choosing to stay colonial here.
I think that's the smart decision. I think he could almost just right-click on this TC and finish it off. But killing the house here is also a good idea. You know, keep those shipments from coming out. 5 goons are coming in from NN, and it looks like he's going to fight with the CDB as well. But I think the damage has already been done.
Yeah, those goons aren't gonna kill those musketeers that easily.
No.
Maybe if those were skirms, but then again you lose to a reinforcement of Hussar, so.
And I mean,
Since
10 more musks coming in as well.
yeah, the goons are the safer choice, but maybe you needed to take a risk earlier.
Yeah, and all the while he's fighting with these villagers, but he's also losing them.
Yeah, and there's just like behind this, Ibero's actually getting an economical advantage because he is still making CDBs, while NN isn't.
Yep. Yeah, and then we see it looks like 8 crossbow being shipped. Looks like they'll do pretty well against those dragoons.
Yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. What do you think about Ibero not even fighting with his whole army? He's got half of his musks chasing down these dragoons and the other half sieging the town center.
It's probably fine. I mean, it's hard to just chase around dragoons, they're so fast. So he's probably just gonna zone them with this crossbowman and kill the TC then.
Yeah, I mean, once that TC... It looks like 1,000 wood coming out. Is he going to try to get up another town center?
I don't know. I don't even know if you can gather 1,000 wood.
No.
And this explorer is dead at the moment, so...
Yep. Yeah.
I think that's a desperation shipment. Because he was housed, so...
I mean, the musket count... Oh, wait, never mind. 8 more muskets coming in. I was going to say he doesn't have as much siege potential as he did, but...
Yeah, at this point, Ibero just has enough economy to continue spamming muskets and never let NN get her.
Yep, the dragoon's coming in again, but this time there's only 2 of them. And NN does have a shipment, but I don't see. I mean, is he going to try to send the 2 falconets? I don't see what that would do.
I don't think there's anything to save him. Really.
Yep.
He probably needs 8 skirms. That would give him the best shot, but I think his town center is just going to go down.
Yep, and that looks like that's the end of the game. So game 1 is going to Ibero. Yeah, a pretty decisive, very short 11-minute game.
Yeah, it might just have been like a builder win.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the way NN responded to the double mask was probably not ideal.
Yeah, and we can see, you know, on the graph, you can see the villager count just start to go down for NN, and Ibero just kept going up. So.
Yeah, I think you really needed a different response.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can hold if you start Hussars and try to semi-FF, but not by just stubbornly going with it and then having 20 or 30 masks in your base while you have nothing.
Definitely.
I don't even think he called Minutemen at any point.
No. And I mean, if he had shipped Minutemen, you know, when those initial 10 musks came, and he had his 5 Hussars also, he might have been able to push that back.
Yeah, or maybe use Minutemen in combination with 8 skirms or something to pick up any Hussars.
Yep.
Something like that could have saved him. But he probably just shouldn't have tried to age so quickly. And tried to stay colonial for a tiny bit. And then age up.
Yep, you're exactly right. And well, that is game 1. Game 1 does go to Ibero in this best of 3 for the group stages of the ESOC Spring Championships. And now I guess we'll go into game 2, which is on which map?
That's the one on Malaysia.
Okay. Malaysia.
Which is pretty interesting map. Relatively low hunt, especially compared to the other 2 maps.
Yes, I haven't seen too terrible much of this map.
Chrissy's telling me you can hide the replay bar by clicking on it, so we don't have spoilers.
Oh, right. Okay, let me turn on the UI first. Alright. Oops.
Right, tell me when we're starting.
Okay. Alright, I will figure that out later. But, alright, starting game 2. This one is on Malaysia, and it looks like it's Dutch versus French. So Ibero going once again with the French in the orange in the south of the map, with NN going Dutch in the north of the map.
And it is a 200 wood start, which is really great for France.
Also good for Dutch as well. You get that extra 100 wood in case you want to save that up for your first bank.
Yeah, but Dutch has to save it up for something, while France can just turn it into a trading post probably.
That's a very good point.
Which is so great. The trading post is just so good.
And
it doesn't even seem like Ibero is gonna get a trading post.
Yeah, he hasn't slammed down anything yet. But he's got all his vills on food. He hasn't spent any of his 200 wood yet.
That's really weird. He's doing market, I think.
Okay.
I really think you have 2 trading posts on this great start.
I mean, there is only 2 trading posts, but still, the XP that offers in the beginning of the game is a huge advantage.
It basically also snowballs. Like, you have a trading post for an extra 3 or so minutes, which is pretty big if you consider how long the average game lasts. And you're gonna get the 3 fills earlier. You're gonna get your colonial shipment slightly faster.
As far as the water, there are quite a few water buffalo on this map as well.
Yeah, I think it's like 8 or something.
Yep, it looks like NN has found 3, while Ibero has found 2.
Which is pretty confusing. I mean, Ibero has the native scout, which is so fast.
Yeah, faster than the envoy.
Yeah, for sure. And this map doesn't have the best treasure, so I actually tend to just grab all the yaks.
Yep.
Instead of getting a mediocre treasure, you can get like 5 yaks.
Yeah, NN did pick up 35 food, but kind of what you're saying, just those very small treasures. Another 35 food. Another 35 food. 40 coin here, which, I mean, that would be especially good for the Dutch. But
yeah,
and
it's not the greatest.
Ibero did pick up 80 coin though.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent treasure.
Yep.
Um,
No techs completed yet for either player, which is interesting since French has already put down his market. Apparently does not have hunting dogs yet.
I think he might have. No, he doesn't. I thought he might have been waiting for the 80 coin, but he just made the market and then.
Yeah, he has no food, or he has no wood. He doesn't have the 50 wood to purchase the hunting dogs.
Yeah, well, he easily could have.
Interesting here.
Just fine.
NN is killing some of the yaks. I guess for the faster age up. Do you think that's a good idea?
I don't actually think you need to as Dutch. But he's going for the 14 villager age up, I think. So maybe that's why he's killing some of them. He did get a lot more yaks than Ibero did.
Yes, he did. He's got 2 more over here, as well as, well, there was the one that was killed, then 2. So I think he picked up about 5 yaks as compared to Ibero's. He's only got 1 in his base.
Yeah, he's actually gathering one for some reason.
Now he is gathering wood, which, well, yep, he has started aging up, but Dutch also aging up a little bit faster.
Yeah, Dutch tends to be pretty fast, and I think NN even did 40 villager age up, which means he's gonna be really fast.
Yep.
And this is an interesting matchup. I think France can play it in quite a few ways. They can try to rush or something, but they can also semi-FF.
Okay. Yep.
Although it once again doesn't seem like Ibero is throwing down a trading post, so he's probably gonna rush.
He's picking up 35 wood here. Let's see. Dutch over halfway aged up, gathering wood undoubtedly for that first bank. And here come the 3 forward vills, so I think we're going to see something very similar to what we saw last time.
Yeah, against Dutch I would probably actually go for Musk House instead of double Musk. Because Dutch of course do have the skirmishers. And I'm interested to see if NN is gonna defend it properly. Or if he might accidentally make hussars and then just get stumped by it. And at this point, given last game, you should be able to guess that Ibero likes to be aggressive, I guess. That's something going on in the back of your mind, probably.
Yep, Dutch has reached the second age. Looks like he's probably sending the bank wagon.
I think in this matchup you can also do 700 wood. And then get 3 banks really quickly. But that's a really close build. And he's actually sending 700 wood.
Oh, he is. Oh, right, this is the bank he was building in his base. I didn't see the villagers there.
Yeah.
But yeah, gathering up that 400 wood. It's going to be interesting what he does as far as a military building. Whether he chooses to slam down a stable and go for a semi-FF, or maybe he thinks that the Musk pressure is coming, so he's going to build skirms.
I think it's possible he's going to throw down 3 banks before making any military. Which is really greedy, but I'm pretty sure you can hold off pressure with it.
Yeah, the first barracks coming down, and it does look like it's going to be a Musk Huss from Ibero, so smart play there.
Yeah, let's see if it's actually... Yeah, it's probably going to be the Samwise build. And yeah, where you don't get the house yet, and from 400 wood make a stable in the barracks, and then you just queue up 1 musketeer, 1 hussar, and then get your house from the first colonial shipment, which is 700 wood. If you do it well, you can get 5 hussars and 5 musketeers out of the first batch, which is really strong for early game.
Yes, yes.
And then is going really greedy, so that early pressure could do a lot of damage. Seems like NN is he's going for hussars, which aren't the best units against this, I think. But it can work for sure. Although then his build's pretty greedy.
Yep. Yeah, the Musk Huss coming, and I mean 5 Musks already coming towards the base. I don't know how much damage they will do. They might pick off this villager on the hunt. Nope, looks like he's going to get that back. Nice micro there.
Yeah, and NN is not gonna get a good batch out of Hussars.
No.
He might not even get any Hussars out.
No, he does have one in
Like
queue, but, I mean, he has no food right now.
On the other hand, he did build 3 banks and he's shipping a bank wagon. So, it's quite a big economic boost. If you look at the calculated economic unit population, Dutch is way ahead. At the
Oh,
moment.
and the bank wagon coming out, so, I mean, 4 banks coming up for Dutch. So if he can hold off this pressure, this could be big. He would definitely grab a huge economic lead.
But it seems like Ibero didn't really do the Musk House build as smoothly because his Hussars are out really late.
Mm-hmm.
He could have even put on more pressure.
Yep. 3 Hussars are going to come out. Nope, 4. With only 2 Hussiers here for the Dutch player. But I don't know if this is quite scary enough to roll over Dutch.
Yeah, I think he might have just been a little slow on his build order or something. So he's gonna struggle to punish this greed by NN.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the 4 Hussars are coming in.
Meanwhile, NN is also raiding a bit.
Yep,
Gonna kill that villager.
raiding this forwardville. Looked like he was going in to gather that hunt, but, oh, let's see if he loses that ville. Yep, gonna lose 1 ville.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to me like Ibero is doing enough damage.
Yeah, he does have a second barracks, so 2 barracks and a stable coming out, and if he can get out 10 musks plus 5 hussar, that would be huge. I don't know how he'd get the food and come to do that, though.
Against Dutch, I don't think you should add the second barracks. Like in some matchups, it's normal to start Muskas and then transition into a more musketeer-based army, but Dutch has the skirmishers in HS2, so
Yep.
you will continue to need a lot of hussars. That's actually, like, Dutch only have pike as anti-cav, so more hussars is always better.
Yeah, and he's only able to get 2 musks out of this. That's not going to do enough damage at all. Only 2 hussars left from that original batch of 4, and the barracks is coming down for the Dutch player. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
NN has done some very good raiding up here in the bottom of the map.
Yeah, for sure, and he's gotten away with his greed.
Yep. These 2 hussars that were recently trained going to deal with the hussars left in the base. Yep. And
I'm really scared for Ibero. I think he's not nearly doing enough damage.
yeah, and he shipped 3 hussars.
Yeah, he's continuing to play aggressively.
Yep. It
Seems
looks.
to be his thing to be aggressive.
Yep, and it looks like 6 musks are going to come out of these 2 barracks, plus the 3 hussars. But if Dutch can get out, 5 skirm plus the Minutemen, plus these 3 hussar, he's going to have no trouble at all holding that.
He's gonna hold easily with the Minutemen, and even a tiny skirmish is gonna be enough.
Yep.
He's even shipping 8 bikes.
Yep, and that's going to decisively shut down this hussar raiding. Dutch doing a pretty good job of keeping his base walled in.
Yeah, his building placement is pretty good.
And there come the Minutemen. The hussars got to get out of there. Looks like they're going to stay and fight. Not a great idea. Oh, gonna lose 2 hussars there, and yeah, you definitely can't take that fight with the Minutemen, especially when they're at full HP.
Yeah, it was a great mini ramp up for sure.
Plus, the 8 pikes do come out, so NN has decisively held off this pressure.
Yeah, he's in a great spot now. I think
Yeah.
he can just age up behind this.
Yeah, it does need to keep those pikes away from the musketeers. Doesn't want them to die.
But he's putting them in cover mode, so it's fine.
Let's see what kind of text they have researched. The French player does have his market upgrades, so he does have an advantage over Dutch in that sense. But Dutch with the 4 banks is looking pretty solid economically. Plus his unit composition is just a little bit better than French.
Yeah. The French player did end up shipping 4 CDBs, so with the market upgrades, I think his economy is going to be pretty competitive with.
Yeah, and he's also shipping. He's also shipping the 8 crossbow. So I mean, just keeping up with this aggression. No, he needs to get his pikes in there.
Yeah, it seems like the right thing to do at this point. Just hope somehow, and then maybe overextends or something, and then kill his army.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in a pretty rough spot. And it doesn't even look like NN will try to age. He's just gonna try to play it in Colonial.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of siege potential here with these pikes. Could take out this forward base if French can't fight him off. A lot of musketeers, though. But, I mean, with the skirms, if he kites them efficiently, they shouldn't be any trouble.
Yeah, this goes to show why I said you don't need the second barracks, because I think he has way too many musketeers.
Mm-hmm.
While Dutch only relies on this one Viking shipment for anti-cav. If some of those musts had been hussars, maybe you could take this fight.
Yep, and look at this mass of hussars Dutch has up here. Doesn't have them near his main army right now. Do you think there's a reason for that? Oh, now he brings them in.
I think he likes to raid, I think, but he needs those for sure.
Oh, he's got to watch out. Musks are going to be popping out of here any minute. And it looks like Ibero has decided that this is the time to push. Does have a lot of musks, and the skirms can't really take advantage of their range if the musks are right on top of them. But the hussar being cleaned up.
Yeah, this goes to show my point. Like, the bikes are gone, but he just doesn't nearly have enough hussars.
Let's see if he has any more being trained. He does have 2 in queue, but I think he's going to lose a lot of the musks by the time they decide to pop out.
It was a pretty decent fight for him anyways. I think actually if like half of these musketeers had been hussars, he would have won it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think he just decided to take that fight just because you know, he saw that his barracks was on low HP and he thought he needed to save it?
Yeah, maybe. I think it was pretty good timing for him with 8 crossbows just
wow.
surviving.
A huge batch of cav here from the green player.
Yeah. Right now he's just using his hussars as anti-cav, which is completely fine at the moment. He has so many hussars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neither player looking like they're going to age soon. But I think yep. Ibero's going to lose this low HP barracks.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna play it out in Colonial. And I think late Colonial French might be better, because in the end they have the Musk Husband position, which is like Dutch just suffers from not having musketeers.
Yep.
Which are a great Colonial units.
But their one advantage is those skirms, who are doing a great job of cleaning up the musks right now.
Yeah, for sure. Ibero is way low on hussars. He needs way more.
Oh, yep. Those hussars from NN need to protect those skirms. Yeah, good job getting those back. Yeah, and there's not a lot of anti-cav left here from Ibero to deal with this. It's basically just the crossbows and a couple of muskets.
There's basically not a lot of anything left for him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, you know, NN's confident enough he can just... And it looks like that's the game.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Ibero just saw that he couldn't win that fight.
Yeah, well played by NN. I think he capitalized on just a few mistakes from Ibero. And early game he did a lot of nice raiding. So it bought him the time, I think. He needed to complete this greedy build.
Exactly. Alright. Looks like we're going to go to game 3. 1-1.
Oh, pretty close series.
Mm-hmm.
I think with a little bit more polishing of his build, Ibero could have won.
Yep.
So we need the one on Kamchatka, right?
Yes.
Which is going to be on high place.
Mm-hmm. Interesting how that is switched around.
Yeah, it's because it names the recorded games and then afterwards you're renaming them. I also always get confused which recorded game was which game.
Alright, turn on the UI. Alright, so this is game 3. It looks like NN's deciding to go with Spain, and Ibero once again going with France.
Ibero is just doing France only.
Yep.
Spain is really good on this map because they can do the ATP build.
Yep. Especially with the 200 wood start.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna go for an early TP or... Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, you can also like save the 100 wood and then wait for ATP to arrive.
Yep. Spain deciding to throw down a market.
Oh, he's actually throwing down a market. Interesting. That's not the most standard way to go about it.
Well, French is going with the TP in the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
And I don't know if he's going to get that up before the XP pass comes. We'll see. It's going to be close.
I think he's gonna miss it.
Yep. Oh, just barely. That's heartbreaking.
Well, it's just a minor detail. I usually don't worry about it too much. It's 70 XP or something, which you're missing out on, but there's bigger things to worry about in Age of Empires.
Of course.
Yeah, people get so tilted about missing a pass or something. But in the end, that's not... Only if you're really, really good, that might be a deciding thing. But there's nearly no games that are that close, where it really matters. I feel like it gets in your heads more than that it actually matters.
So Spain does have hunting dogs, which, I mean, it's going to upgrade his food. I still don't know about him not going for a trading post at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd. But maybe he's like waiting for the ATP so it gets cheaper.
He is going to try to kite this settler treasure, which is one of the more difficult ones to kite, just because there's 5 coyotes.
Yeah, but it's easy to get. Ibero is getting the 140 food,
Ooh.
which is an insane treasure. That's really easy to get.
And it also looks like he's going to come across this 95 wood as well.
Yeah, he doesn't have crash shot ready right now, but in a bit he's probably going to get it too. Meanwhile, NN is doing a pretty good job on the settler treasure.
The thing about this, I think the reason so many people decide not to get this treasure is just to kite it effectively. It's so time consuming. And
yeah, but it's one of the best treasures to get.
Yep, it's just
so good.
You got to make that decision. Do you want to spend all that time getting that treasure, or do you want to use that for scouting or looking for easier treasures or stuff like that? But I think playing 2 games against Ibero, I think NN has a pretty good idea of what Ibero is going to do.
Yeah, I think it's the problem with the settler treasure is it takes a lot of time, but it also is then easy to lose it to your opponent.
Yes.
But with this positioning where it was in the corner, it's unlikely that the barrel will find it and contest it. And Spain also, of course, has the war dog, so they usually dominate H1.
Yep. Looks like... Oh, that's... Huh. Okay, so he did ship the 3 CDB. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, there's not really any other viable option.
No, especially not with France.
I wonder though if Spain's gonna ship ATP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hesitant to say that, especially since he didn't go for one in the beginning, but, maybe he's deciding he wants to wait till they're cheaper.
Yeah, that might be it. I maybe wouldn't have thrown down the market then and just, like, sit on that 100 wood. And then when ATP arrives, you only need 20 more to get a TP. But it does look like he's shipping ATP, so
yep.
He is gonna go for it.
French deciding to click in with 13 vills, and Spain still, yep, they click in with 16. So, yeah, once again the French chopping a lot of wood. I wonder if we're going to see another aggressive build from Ibero, throwing down his market.
Yeah, I think Ibero can probably steal another trading post. If he wants to.
Yeah.
And then Spain is ATPing to not even get, or to just get more than half of the TPs.
Yeah.
And it's not the greatest actually.
Especially when you could be sending a different card in the colonial age, like 700 wood or 700 gold.
At that point, it isn't even worth it to stagecoach it. I mean, you're giving your opponent 2 stagecoach TP then, well, you're only getting 3 yourself.
Yep.
So you're effectively only stagecoaching 1 TP. But it doesn't really seem like Ibero's throwing down another trading post.
Yep, NN is throwing down one right here. I'm looking for the forward vills from Ibero. Haven't seen any yet.
Maybe he's gonna play.
He could play Fortress.
Build. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he's expecting a... What do you expect the Spanish player to do? Go for the ATP and then the fast Fortress, or something different?
At least for the ATP for sure, but I'm not sure he's gonna fast Fortress. Probably.
Yeah, building one up here with his settler.
I wonder if he's gonna make some units or just go straight ahead.
Yeah, still no forward villagers here, so I think Ibero is going to play a little more economical.
Yeah, it seems like it. And I wonder what NN is gonna do if he's...
Yeah, he has claimed all 4 trading posts on this line, other than this middle one.
Yeah, he didn't finish one of them to make sure he claimed all of
And
them.
it looks... Oh, yep, it looks like he sent... Looks like he sent 500 food instead of the tower and the 200 gold.
Yeah, I like it. I think 500 food is... It's more value, and you usually don't expect France to rush here.
Yep.
At least because he's taking the trading post and stuff.
Yep, did put down a market as well. And both of them have hunting dogs. The Spanish player decided to go for gang saw over the coin upgrade.
Yeah, I don't know actually why he did that. He isn't really gathering any coin at this point in time, so maybe that's why. It seems like he's maybe gonna make some expos or something.
Yep.
With the 700 food shipment. Interesting. He's of course gonna stagecoach the trading post line, which is gonna represent a huge economy.
Yep.
That's, if they're on wood, it's 4 villagers. So that's 16 villagers if you put them all on wood.
Didn't send the 700 coin though, decided to go with the 700 wood.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm thinking he might be staying colonial for a bit even.
Yep, even putting down a barracks as well. Do you think that's smart here with this extra economic potential that the stagecoach offers?
I'm not sure if it's smart actually. I haven't really tested staying colonial. I mean, France doesn't really have anything noteworthy. Their civ or Spain, I mean, their civ bonus is the faster shipments. So.
But pretty soon those shipments are going to run out. I mean,
yeah.
He's got the 8 pikes, but that's the only military shipment he's got. He's got a lot of improvement cards.
Yeah, I think usually front or Spain players decide to go fortress for that reason.
Yeah, putting down 2 barracks and a stable. Wow. So really going for the military. And then the 5 costs coming out from Ibero. So it looks like he decided to go for a semi-FF, which is smart by him.
Yeah, that seems like a standard build order. So I don't know how this Spain build order is going to work out.
Yeah. I mean, he might catch this stable, and he might be able to siege that, which, of course, would be good, but, yeah, it looks like he's going to catch this one bill. He might catch this other bill coming in as well. Nope, looks like he's going to decide to siege down the stable.
Which is pretty good for those hussars. He's getting value with them.
Yep.
And it doesn't really look like... Oh, it seems like NN is making musketeers from his barracks.
Interesting.
This is a pretty weird build, actually.
Yep.
Something I would have expected. Maybe he's anticipating that Ibero is gonna rush him or something. Because that's what he did the last 2 games. So he's like, I'm just gonna play colonial and beat you. However, this time around Ibero is actually doing a semi-attack.
Yep. The musketeers are going to be out soon, but the hussars already have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, at this point those hussars were really worth their cost, I think.
Yeah, and I think the Spanish player... Oh wow, he sent 600 wood as well, along with 5 vills, so going very economic. But
it's like the most greedy build ever. Except he's not aging, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, if the French person, gets to the 3rd age, gets 8 skirm, and ships 2 falcons, there's not going to be a lot that the Spanish player can do for that.
Yeah, and he might then get control of the trading post line. Although ATP trading posts are pretty hard to kill.
Yeah, these Huss are just being so annoying in this base.
Yeah, Ibero's doing a really good job.
Yeah,
Although
but it
now
looks...
that NN has musketeers out, they're not going to be as efficient.
Yeah, does have more musketeers in queue, and he has all of his trading posts set to food. Is that the most efficient way to do it?
No, it's the least efficient way, I guess, but if you're making musketeers.
And out comes the 700 gold. Wow,
Yeah.
going for 2 stables. Oh my goodness. So many military buildings.
I don't even think you can afford one barracks in a stable in Spain yet.
Yeah.
This is pretty insane. He might be doing a cash switch with like the 700 coin.
Either that or he's going to try to pull himself into the next age.
If he's aging, he really shouldn't have made the 2nd stable.
Yeah, France is going to be up here in a minute, and he's got a shipment already in queue. As well as having two barracks.
It seems like Ibero's actually gonna make musketeers and then push with those 2 falconets. Which is interesting. I think he could definitely also maybe go for some extra skirmishers, but...
Yeah, but I mean, the Spanish army is getting scary here. 10 more musks coming out, 2 hussars in queue from both stables.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he will be getting a big hussar badge, but... I mean, those trading posts are so much economy. It's so strong.
Especially if he sieges this last one down and claims the whole line.
Yeah, and with the 5 villagers he shipped, he actually has a great eco. Or at least, villager-wise, it's comparable.
And
Seems
there
like
goes...
Ibero's even going for the veteran musketeers.
Interesting. I mean, that's a lot to invest in only 10 musketeers, but, it could work. Those 2 falconets are going to do a lot of damage to this infantry, though. Oh, he's got to get into the fight. He's got to...
This is actually a good fight for NN, I think. I think he's gonna
Yeah, I don't know why Ibero brought his falconets so close.
He must have responded late, and the stagger mode from the musketeers is so strong.
And plus the 5 hussars coming in. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this French army is just going to be decimated. And losing the 5 Falk shipment and not getting, I mean, hardly any worth out of them, that's huge.
Yeah, he basically threw away that shipment.
Yeah, 10 more musks coming out, but, I mean, can NN just pull out here? Has he done enough damage?
I think he's still getting a good trade-off. I would love to see him make some dogs from his Explorer. Those are pretty good against musketeers.
Is shipping cavalry combat.
Well, that's interesting. He's really not intending to age.
No. And out come the Minutemen from the French player. He looks like he's feeling pretty desperate.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Ibero is getting XP from these trades, and he's gonna get those juicy Fortress Age shipments.
Yes, that's very true.
Shipping 5 Dragoons right now. I would love to see him switch to Sturm Blue now.
Yeah. And, I mean, this Spanish army is not nearly as scary as it was when it first rolled into the base, and, these 4 muskets and 3 hussars coming to reinforce aren't going to really do anything.
Yeah, and at this point, Ibero is going to make Fortress Age units, and maybe NN won't be able to age up without at least losing a big chunk of his trading post.
Yeah. I mean, as far as economy, though, NN has just a huge economy. Has the villager lead plus the trading posts.
Yeah, for sure. Although, Fortress Age shipments are really strong. Especially if you're trading units, you're going to get more shipments. I think Ibero still has a pretty good shot. But he's going to have to micro well and take control of the trading post line. It's interesting that he's making musketeers.
That is interesting.
I guess it's for the siege potential they have, but I really think he should switch to skirmishers now. Skirmishers are just so good against ships stuck in Fortress Age, or Colonial Age, I mean.
It looks like more Hussars and more Musks coming out from the Spanish player. I almost would like to see him age and,
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
try to rival his opponent's upgrades.
I think this is like one of the best ways to lose at this point, is to stay colonial and then just lose all the fights.
Yeah, I mean,
Skirm Goon is just so efficient.
yeah, even the two armies that we see now, I mean, if they do meet, I think the Spanish army is just going to get, I mean, they're going to be beat decisively. Plus the 8 skirms coming out from the French player.
Yeah, for sure. The French player has a better army at this point. But NN is gonna still have the better economy.
Oh,
So,
this could be a little dangerous. Look at this. The 5 Hussars are coming up the map, and they're going to meet these 8 skirms, and there's nothing here to protect them.
he's not reacting, I think. Ibero's not reacting.
Oh, that
Really
would be...
needs to send his goons back.
Oh, that would be huge to lose those skirms right now.
He's drag boxing the dragoons. And
Oh.
praying,
Oh, goodness. Ah, that's... Yeah, losing half of his skirmishers. Not a great trade there.
He really needed those skirmishers, but he still has the veteran musketeers. So I think his mass is pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then it's reinforcing with even more hussars.
Yeah, I think... This one's a little tough, but I think the French player, just because of his upgrades, is still gonna do well in this fight.
Just barely, I think. It's really close. And I don't think trading army is good right now for him.
Yep.
He's the one that has to make something happen.
Yeah, losing those 8 skirms was massive.
I really dislike his decision to make musketeers. I mean, skirmishers and goons are so good. Especially if you micro them well, you can just get it to kill better.
Yeah.
Or something like.
And I think
So efficient.
the Spanish player now has all of his trading posts set to gold. Has not taken this middle TP yet. Interesting.
Yeah, he should, but his explorer is dead, so
Yep.
that's probably why.
Well, I mean, the French army fighting off the Spanish army, but his composition is worrying, to say the least.
He doesn't really have the efficient army anymore right now. He desperately needs skirm goon.
Yep, and I mean, I think he's got 2 bison left in his base, and his next hunts are way out here. I mean, that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, for sure, but I think he can still defend the hunts for now. However, he's behind in economy pretty far, so
Yeah.
that's actually like... And he's not using his Fortress Age for the better unit composition.
Yep.
I think that's a really big mistake at this point.
Yeah,
At the
3
start I liked the Musketeer Falconet composition for a bit, but
3 Cuirassiers did come out, but I mean, the Spanish player has a Musk composition and that's it. So these Cuirassiers aren't really going to do that much.
no, he should have shipped 7 skirms, for sure.
That's interesting. 8 pike coming out from the Spanish player, though. Do you think that's for the siege potential? Do you think he's getting ready to push?
I think there are no other good shipments for him to stem.
Hmm.
The other cards he has are team, hand infantry, attack and HP.
Yeah.
So it's the only useful ship he has left.
Yeah, I definitely think it's time for him to follow his opponent up to the Fortress Age
Yeah.
and get access to those lancers and those cannons. I mean, because, you know, if he was in Fortress Age right now and he had the veteran musketeer upgrade, plus he had 2 falconets, I mean, I think he would decisively be ahead. But
Yeah.
these Cuirassiers are going to snare these musketeers, and I mean, we have to remember they are only colonial age.
And Cuirassiers are actually, because of the area damage, pretty good against musketeers. He's actually doing really well.
Yeah, and I mean, he is sending in the 8 pike, but, you know, if Ibero's keeping aware, all he's going to do is just kite them with the musketeers. Yep, sending them back right now.
He could even take it with his scav, I think.
Yeah, yeah. NN, lost his army and is still in no position to get to the Fortress Age.
It was a terrible fight for NN.
Yep.
But he's actually aging up right now.
Oh, he is. Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw that he had no resources, and I must have assumed he spent it all on units.
So, if he can, like, protect his fields for a little bit, he's probably just gonna lose one trading post or something.
Yeah. What does the French player do from here? He is going down to bother these villagers, which will be good, especially since they're cuirassiers.
Yeah, I think the French player has to make skirmishers. I really don't know why he's not. I mean, it's working out for him, but
Yeah.
I think he would have been in a much better position. Skirmishers are so good. Like one of the best units in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But his musketeer style is working out for him, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty soon, we're going to see, because if Spain decides to get to the Fortress Age and they start making, skirmishers and sending those scary shipments, it's going to hurt the French player.
Yeah, for sure. But so far, Spain hasn't really used this economical advantage. Ibero's been getting the better trades. So at this point, if he just takes out the trading post, they're even again, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ibero's even ahead then.
Yeah. The one thing I worry about with the French players, he's already used so many of his scary fortress shipments. He lost the 2 cannons, he lost the 8 skirms, he sent the 3 cuirassiers, and so the Spanish player is going to have access to all these shipments in the Third Age, and the French player's kind of already gone through them.
Yeah, he's still gonna have the 7 skirms, which is a decent shipment.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be fine. And he has 10 Jaegers, which I guess could be good
Mm-hmm.
if he ever has enough coin for it.
Yeah. I'm wondering, what do you think the French player should be doing with his army right now?
I guess trying to take the TP line is fine, but he just killed 1 trading post and NN is already rebuilding it, so
Yeah.
that's a really good job from NN.
Yep, and the Spanish player in the Fortress Age now has a big massive calf and some more musketeers, but still in no position to challenge this French army. But if this French army is content to just kind of sit at the back of the base and just take the TP line, he's giving Spain a lot of time to just mass up.
Yeah, we're gonna see if his musketeer-based army is gonna work, because it seems like NN is gonna transition into Skirmagoon.
Yep, he does have some skirm in his army, but only the 7 that he shipped.
Yeah, actually Spain doesn't have the... Or you mean Ibero?
Yep, Barrow.
Yeah. He seems to be reluctant to make any skirms.
Yep, and the 2 Falcons coming out for Spain, plus 10 goons, plus 8 skirms that he trained. Gonna be a scary army.
He's gonna go for the high-tech fortress army.
Yep.
But I hope we're gonna see it win, so that I sound smart. Talking about skirms all the time.
Oh boy, I am kind of worried about this though. Look at these 5 cuirassiers are coming down the map, and these villagers, so many villagers over here that are unprotected.
Oh god. Oh, that's brutal. That's a great raid.
Oh boy, I'm gonna see if he... Oh, with that area damage, he's just gonna clean up so many vills. Yeah. I mean, I know there's other stuff going on in the map, but I just want to see how big this raid is.
He's gonna get them all.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, NN's gonna have to win within a few minutes.
Yeah. I mean, look at the economic unit population. The whole game it's been in favor of NN, and now it's just dropped.
But if he wins this fight...
Yeah. Which he can, but I mean, I don't know, he's got a lot of Huss, which aren't going to be very good against these musketeers, and these 5 cuirassiers, I don't know what's going on here, but If the 5 Cuirassiers can get in the back and take care of the Falconets and maybe get some damage on these 7 skirms, I think the French player has a very good chance. And it looks like he's going to lose Morvilles here. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think the fight's going to start. I really favor Anand's army, actually. It's also much bigger.
Yeah, it is. It's just got such a better composition.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage. And all he has is musks. He's got nothing to deal with these cannons or these skirms.
The cannons actually triggered the treasure.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. He's taking damage from those Comanche arrows.
They're not doing as much damage, fortunately, but...
Yeah, still an annoying thing to deal with, though, but... And then still in control of this fight. Not getting off as many falconet shots on the actual musketeers as I would have hoped.
Yeah, it seems like Ibero's going to disadvantage.
Yeah.
But he has only musketeers right now. And you saw how the curse melted against this goon mess.
Oh, yeah.
I think we might still see the skirm goon player win it. Because that army is just so much more efficient.
Mm-hmm. That was such a huge raid, though. Oh my goodness. I still can't get over that raid.
It's the only reason Ibero's still in this game with this weird musketeer composition.
Yep. But...
Look at the skirmishers poking, it's so efficient.
Yep. And there's a lot of skirms here.
Yeah, he's got a big skirm lead.
He is leaving his falconet... Okay, no, he's sending them back. I was going to say, he's leaving his falconets a little bit exposed there. Yeah, I mean, these skirmishers are just going to get so many kills for free.
Yeah, that's the big thing about skirmishers. With their range, they're just going to kill so many musketeers for free.
Yep.
And then you have the mobile goons to protect your free cat. And then
Yep. And, I mean, let's think, what's the musketeer... Or, what's the French player been doing... you know, for the past 5 minutes, he's been destroying teepees, and already, NN has already restored the trading post line.
He's doing such a good job taking or keeping control of it.
Yep, and a raid coming down here with 4 Hussar on these hunts.
Yeah, that's where all his finishers are. And then the smart is just gonna move his army over here and just deny the hunts.
Yep.
He has the better army, so he should control the natural resources like that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it seems like he's still fine, despite his 50 villagers lost.
Yep. Yeah, and
Instead of controlling the hunt, he's parking his falconets on the base of Ibero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually a bit worried for him that he doesn't have enough anti-cav, because Ibero did make 5 more skills.
Yep. He does have quite a few goons left, though, and a few Hussar.
It
But
should